Hey, soldier, I need assistance. 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 Soldier, I need assistance. Hey, soldier, I need assistance. Hey, soldier, I need assistance. Hey, soldier, I need assistance.
Is somebody out there? Over. Requesting assistance. Over. Someone help. Requesting assistance. Over. Finally. Thank God. Listen, I'm stuck in the training room on floor B1. I'm safe, but I don't know for how long.
Who are you?
How about we skip the formalities for now? Please, help me escape the training room. Someone out there? Hey,
Distance.
Hey, maybe we can help each other out.
Who are you?
I'm Dr. Mark Hamill, Cerebrum Division. I'm the one who designed and created your drone. As you can see, we're experiencing technical difficulties. I need your help to get out of here.
Know anything about this?
That looks familiar. I'm not sure, though. It looks old. If I remember correctly, all the old stuff found in the ancient sections is stored in the testing area on B4. Listen, let's help each other. I want to get out of here, and you want access to B4. I won't be able to escape this place without a functional drone. I need a drone processor to fix mine, but they're all stored in my lab. If you help me get it, I'll give you my key card. Get there, exit this room, and go left. Go down the hall and past the red blast door. On your right, you should see the logo of a drone on the wall. That's where my lab is. The code to get in is 230317.
I wouldn't mind a few upgrades. We could boost the communication array.
Tanya, you're breaking up. What was that? Upgrade communication array?
Wanker.
Did you get the drone processor I need for my lab? Thanks. Now I can leave. Take my key card. A deal's a deal. Good luck on B4.
There are no discernible organs, no nervous system, no circulatory system, and no skeletal system. Truly remarkable. Traditional means of locomotion are completely absent. No muscle tissue, no tendons or ligaments. The entirety of the mass is comprised of a contiguous substance that can only be categorized as flesh. Its properties in a constant state of flux. Elasticity, tensile strength, density, hardness, shear strength. All seem to fluctuate based on external stimuli. Initial inspection suggests evidence of both fibrous and globular structures. Samples have been extracted for a complete cellular analysis. If I wasn't a scientist, I might be liable to believe these creatures are the work of a higher power. They cannot possibly exist. Eppure si muove.
November 18th, 1992. I've been mulling over a few novel loadout profiles for the drone, recording a quick note here for future reference. Reconnaissance loadout, lightweight design, strip all extraneous systems to increase velocity and maneuverability. Comprehensive sensor package. Radar, thermal, infrared, Geiger, X-ray, the works. Optical camo. Maybe even RAM coding. Oh. Medical loadout, first aid module, defibrillator, cauterization implement, precision suture algorithms. Drug administration module, hypodermic injections, antiseptics, analgesics, antibiotics, adrenaline, and other stimulants. I'd also love to look into upgrades for the current tactical configurations. Battery longevity, rotor strength, chassis reinforcements. So much to do.
Someone out there? Hey! Stop! Is somebody out there? Over! Requesting assistance. Over!
January 4th, 1993. Request for closure of Time Loop Aster 1. After years of study, all possible data has been extricated from Time Loop Aster 1. Origin, early 9th century, second cycle harmonics. Emotional catalyst, assassination of Conrad Astor by Finello Astor. Horizontal diameter, 15 meters. Resident topology signature, Theta Rho pattern. Recommend training protocols be displaced to level B4, taking advantage of Alpha 1 breakthrough. Recommend collapse of Aster 1 in 30 days' time. This delay will allow finalization of data collection as well as equipment and personnel transfers. Counterpoint raised. Preservation of culturally significant catalyst subjects. Future advancements may allow safe subject extrication.
Out there. Over. Requesting assistance. Over. Training.
It looks like the training exercise has been activated. You'll have to go through the whole thing before the doors can be reopened. When ready, use the button to start. Thank God you showed up. You're a lifesaver.
Who are you?
I'm Theo Kagan, an assistant technician for OMSIF training. We were doing exercises when the whole place went haywire. Backup systems malfunctioned when we lost power. The team, they didn't stand a chance. I've been calling on the radio ever since.
What do you know about this symbol?
I know this. Our boys did a sweep in the older part of the facility. They found a strange stone with that symbol on it. I told them to put it in the storage room on B4 for future analysis. That's where we keep all the old stuff. You'll need some, high-level clearance to get in there. Here, take my key card. It's the least I can do.
Good. Please use the intercom over there so we can begin. What a fine specimen you are. I will sincerely thank your commanding officer for providing such an excellent candidate.
Who are you?
Strange. I thought they would have briefed you. Semantics. I'm Dr. Mabden, head of weapons research. Today's experiment will focus on time loop weaponization.
Why are you trying to weaponize time loops?
Why wouldn't we? Think of what we could accomplish. Did you notice the newly designed hardware around a time loop? This is why you are here, not to ask silly questions. If I were you, I would concentrate on surviving the different protocols. Now, let's begin.
Okay, let's do this.
Good. The first protocol has been engaged. Come back to the intercom once you're done. Now get ready. Your competency is refreshing. Good work.
Are we done?
Let's get on with the experiment, shall we?
All right, I'm ready.
The second protocol has been activated.
Let's go.
Here they come. I'm surprised you got through this one. Excellent. Good work.
I'm ready.
Now, this one might be tricky. No one has ever gotten this far. Good work.
This better be the last one.
This is the last one. Promise. It wasn't that bad now. Good work.
Are we done?
Indeed we are. I have collected the necessary data. Your contribution is greatly appreciated. You are dismissed.
January 3rd, 1993. We have done it. Time Loop Alpha 1 is operational. For the first time, certain aspects of a time loop are under our direct control. Years of planning have finally paid off. Synaptic modulators are stable, and limbic pulse generators have already confirmed our theories that entities can be generated at will. We will begin testing the optimal frequencies to induce each entity variant. Agent training protocols should be greatly enhanced as a result. The complete weaponization of the technology remains out of our reach for the near future. We are, of course, still bound by the 33-year cycle. Additionally, a proper emotional catalyst remains necessary to the time loop's formation. This requires a great deal of precise social engineering. Overcoming these limitations will be the major area of focus during the next phase of the project.
I made it out thanks to my little friend here. We couldn't have done it without you.
You alright?
Yes. I haven't seen the surface in a long time. I'm looking forward to it. Although I doubt that will be soon. The debriefings I'll have to endure will take some time. They'll want to know what the hell happened down there. From what little I've seen of Hadia, it seems to be a special place stuck in time. When I was on leave before the war, I walked the streets in Ljubljana. It was like I had used a time machine and arrived in another timeline. It was a strange sensation because I couldn't pinpoint the exact period. Walking on the street, you feel like you're in medieval times. Then you turn the corner and are suddenly propelled into the 1950s. I didn't mingle much with the locals. Not my style. I prefer tinkering with machines. I hardly set foot outside this place since the war started. I'm not missing much from what I've heard. I know our people have their part to play in this mess. You probably know more about it than I do. The operatives in the Oculus Division are masters at creating conflict and have their fingerprints all over this war. Funding extremists, targeted assassinations, false flags, you name it. How do I know all this? Well, I was married to an operative. Aside from what is said about them in the news and newspapers, I know little about them. The peacekeepers have tried their best to delay the war, but it was a lost cause. The Oculus Division made sure of that. I don't know much about the Sabinians. I only know what the higher-ups told us in the briefings when we first arrived. However, I got a small sample when I went out on leave. I got a well-deserved weekend pass one time. I used to get those before the war. I spent it in Lausalus, the capital city in Asteria. I was enjoying my caffeine-infused beverage in a small cafe on the corner of a busy street. I'm curious and I love gossip, so I discreetly listened to a few conversations. I do that purely to entertain myself. At first, the conversations were run-of-the-mill exchanges. These are mainly complaints about work, teachers being too strict, deadlines, overtime, being too tired, a suspect husband, and the everyday anecdotes you might hear anywhere. Then, a news report comes on. The cafe fell into a silent hush. I don't remember what it was about, but when it was over, all you could hear were complaints about the Palamists. Some conversations went as far as suggesting to kill them all. It was surreal. The change in attitude was almost instant. I don't think the news realizes the power they have. Or do they? I've never met any palamists, and if I did, I didn't notice. There is one place I would love to visit. It's in the heart of the Palamist province of Argola. It's the capital city of Trisk. Some who went on leave there told me it was stunning. It has some of the oldest castles, friendly people, and the best restaurants in Hadia. I know, it sounds like a commercial, but it's what everyone says when people come back from there. I hope it survives the war. I want to visit Trisk if ever I get a weekend pass again. Well, that's probably unlikely. The Cerebrum Division was partly created to study, examine, observe, and dissect them. It's why most of us are here. That old time loop we found in the ancient part of Auriga Museum played a significant role in studying the entities. Why do you think your drone can distract them? We discovered that the entities emit specific frequencies. We have yet to find out why. However, I figured out how to scramble their signal. I built the emitter inside the drone to interrupt the entity's frequency waves, temporarily confusing them. I'm still working on an emitter that doesn't cost too much energy and can last longer. As you know, those few seconds are precious for a soldier. I'll get on that as soon as this place becomes operational again.
Thanks for helping me escape.
Are you gonna be all right?
I'll be just fine. The intervention forces are on their way. They'll clean up this mess. I'll have a lot of work to do, though, fixing all the systems. I'll have to run diagnostics to determine what went wrong. Thanks for helping me escape. I don't know what's happening to this country. I've been living here since I set foot in Hadia. I can tell you a lot about what's happening in the Auriga Museum, but the NDA attached to my contract with Operation Moloch is pretty scary. They had us work in silos. All the research departments are entirely segregated. One of my coworkers was a massive history buff. He managed to get his hands on some local books. Books he found were censored. No Haitian was allowed to read the contents. He slipped them out of a repository in another SEAL Council complex he worked at before being transferred here. He wouldn't shut up about them. He was fascinated by this one ruler. Her name was Lady Margaret. This isn't the first time these creatures have shown up in Hadia. It's all over their history. This ruler loved her people, wanted to protect them from the creatures. So she had them build a massive underground city. It's in Argola somewhere. He went on to explain that it wasn't the only place. There's thousands of underground ruins all over Hadia. It's because of her. I don't remember the details, but Lady Margaret died under tragic circumstances. I told him to stop telling me all this stuff. He eventually got transferred. Now, I find myself wanting to know more about Lady Margaret. What else is new? Both sides are identical. It's pretty debilitating if you genuinely think about it. Only people who are the same can reach such a point. The line is drawn in the sand, cutting through grievances and insanity. Both sides of the line are utterly convinced that the other represents an absolute menace to everything they considered sacred. Now, where have I seen this before? Their mission here always felt a bit peculiar. I can't quite put my finger on it. Don't get me wrong, the country needed peacekeeping operations, but something felt off. I arrived in the country right when the temporary legislative alliance broke at the seams. I couldn't help but notice how tense the SEAL Council supervisors were. Everything started feeling more precipitated. Not long after, the ON peacekeepers arrived in the country, and all the higher-ups began breathing again. I don't think they were scared of a possible civil war. As far as I know, the SEAL Council needed the bloodshed. No, something else was making them anxious. Something related to all our cumulative work. I made it a point never to mingle with the locals. That's just setting yourself up, especially when you're considering what you're doing to them. There's a reason you don't name the animals in your lab. It gets personal. A line has to be drawn. I know this guy from medical who got involved with the local. She was a palomist. He met her in a small village. He was assigned there to set up some equipment, before the big day. He got reassigned out of the fields into a lab. He kept in contact with her. But when the war broke out, he lost it and he tried to find her. What an idiot. He's out there looking for her. At first, I was terrified of them. What the fuck am I looking at? After a while, though, you start getting used to them. Then they just become a part of the job. They're amazing, aren't they? They immediately became terrifying again when they got loose, but it was still amazing, right? To think they may hold answers to some of our most pressing questions. It'll take some time before they make Riga Museum safe again. I guess I'll be reassigned to another lab in the meantime.
Oh, thank you for getting rid of the creatures. You saved my life!
Who are you?
I'm Dr. Balam Lamek. I was part of the science team working on the time loops. What we did to that poor man, I can't be a part of this anymore. What we did was unforgivable. That madman. He timed it perfectly. He created a new time loop on B4. He wants to weaponize them.
How did they create the new time loop?
Dr. Mabden told the poor Sabinian that the palomists strapped to the tables were the same who had repeatedly raped his daughter. The Sabinian didn't hesitate. He grabbed the chainsaw and chopped the palomists to pieces. I just stood there and let it happen. There are two time loops. Don't confuse one for the other. The one on this floor is old and didn't give us as much data. It wasn't good enough for Mabden. That lunatic had to make a new time loop. It's on B4. You need to stop this insanity. Near Mabden's time loop, there is a terminal where you can hack the mainframe and call forth the Guardians. You must close it. Please. End their suffering. Use the numerical code 7584 to access the terminal and take this Amen prism to close the time loop.
Are you gonna be okay?
I will be, as soon as I leave. I won't be working for these people anymore. I hope you use that Amen prism I gave you. Those poor people did not deserve such a fate.
Who is Dr. Mabden?
Dr. Mabden is a cold-hearted son of a bitch. He's a liar and a manipulator. He will stop at nothing to get what he wants, no matter the cost. He's obsessed with the weaponization of the creatures and the time loops. Someone should stop him.
That's the last keystone. Let's return to the ancient forge and see if your father was right. Have you found something of interest? Let me know if you want more information on anything you find out there.
What am I supposed to do with this keystone?
We must return to the Limbic Forge and insert the keystone in its groove.
Rendezvous at Lake.
Wait.
Lieutenant, you are relieved of command.
On what grounds, Corporal?
Put these on. You are to report back for debriefing. Stop!
Arabeth? Arabeth! Ah, fuck!
Remy, I'm sure she's all right.
Unlikely.
I know a survivor when I see one. Do you think she knows you were going to say Lake Sinan?
What difference does it make? We got work to do.
I wouldn't say I like interruptions. I never understood why people need breaks. I was surprised to find out that your mother worked for us. She had quite a reputation. My employers came across her by chance. People with nothing to lose are the best candidates for covert operations. What caught their eye was that this prisoner seemed to know a great deal about Hadia. Things that aren't common knowledge. Faux guards, limbic weapons, the Order of the Eye. And the Vigil.
What's your fucking point?
We didn't know about the Vigil's existence until your mother was recruited. She gave us an extensive list of names. In exchange, we trained her and assigned her some men. And one by one, the Vigil began to disappear. Have car accidents. Die of heart attacks. Very efficient. But then, she started to show signs of slowing down. Especially when it came time to take care of Vitalis.
Careful.
So my employers presented your mother with falsified phone records. It implicated Vitalis as the one who called the police the night she attempted to smuggle you out.
You fucking scumbags!
I told you I know how to bring out the worst in people. Oh, if you weren't bound to that chair, you'd lunge across the table and choke the life out of me.
It would be much worse than that.
Revenge is a much more potent manipulator. Control is knowing which buttons to press. Pretending not to care about anything is the illusion of control. Look at you, just like her. Compromised by your emotions. Fun's over. Let's continue.
communications. You're headed towards Mount Obek. Oh, imagine the time it took the Fall Guard to dig through all this rock. The dedication. Wait. Remy? Remy? Remy?
Tanya, sound off. Tanya. Yeah, loud and clear.
I was afraid of this. The drone's communication array can't penetrate through all that rock. I told you we should upgrade the drone.
Tanya, you're breaking up again.
Remy? 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 Shit. I'll try boosting it again.
Oh, come on. Why do I feel like I'm in a really bad long-distance phone call commercial? I'm here.
I've boosted the array to its limit. This is probably the last time we talk. I think you're almost there. Wherever there is. Don't take my word for it, though. The drone's readings are erratic. Take care, Remy. Stop the calamity. Good luck.
Tanya. Well, Cappy, finally. Alone at last.
fucking move!
This wasn't just about weapons. Think of all the good that could have come from this. Imagine the advancements in medicine or the scientific breakthroughs we could have unlocked.
Ask anyone in Hadia if they give a shit about your scientific breakthroughs.
Take the moral high ground. Let's see where that gets you. Leave us. Usually, this is my favorite part. But I don't know. You're different. Almost forgot. Did he lie about anything?
Yes.
Oh, really? What did he lie about?
I'm still alive. Look at you. Compromised by your emotions. Can you walk?
I'm not sure. How did you...
I'll tell you on the way. Come on. Tanya's waiting.
Where are we going?
Home. We're going home.
Identification confirmed.